new Red Hot Chili Peppers.
What's up with that?
How about that?
Yeah. That's outstanding, by the way.
That is
Bass
outstanding.
boner.
I'm sorry?
It gave me a bass boner.
A bass boner.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
that is some funky stuff. That is, as we mentioned when we started it, that is for the first time in 5 years, we have brand new music from the Red Hot Chili Peppers from their forthcoming album called The Getaway, coming out on June 17th. The man singing on that song is our old friend Anthony Kiedis, who joins us on the phone right now. Anthony.
Kevin.
Welcome, sir. How are you?
Bass boner, nice to see you all.
Good to see you.
What was it like hearing that song over the telephone, which is exactly the way you always envisioned you'd hear it, right?
You know what? I have the hugest smile on my face because I sort of pictured listening to it on the radio, and I don't know, it still makes me happy.
Well, we're going to play it every hour all day today, so just get near K-Rock at the top of the hour. You'll get a chance to hear it. So congratulations. Welcome back. Why did it take so long? Is that a dumb question? Because you guys are all busy and doing lots of things. 5 years seems like a long time, even for you guys between records.
Was it 5 years?
Yeah, that's what they're telling us.
Yeah, well, no, we had an unusually difficult experience making this record where we wrote 20 to 30 songs and it was all ready to go and we thought it was happening. And then Flea went snowboarding and broke his arm real bad, which was a bit of a setback for the bass boner. So we rethought everything, and then we didn't have a producer, and we were just sort of lost in space with all these songs. And lo and behold, it was meant to be, as these things can be. And when all the dust settled, Brian Burton, a.k.a. Danger Mouse, emerged and said, let's go make a record. And we're like, great, we have all these songs. And he's like, leave those there. Let's go write new songs in the studio.
Oh, wow.
So the process began over again.
But he hadn't listened to the 20 to 30 songs that you had?
He had, but
he had,
he
okay.
has very specific Brian taste.
All right.
And he just wanted to see what would happen when we got in the studio and started something fresh.
So how many of the 20 to 30 songs are on the album?
I'm guessing that 10 of them are new out of the
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
14 that are on the record.
So he knows what he's doing.
He just knows what he likes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? So was your initial reaction, Anthony, to push back to that idea? You're like, look, we're a band who's been around for a long time. We know how to write songs. We've already done that part. Or did you just trust him because of his track record?
Well, initially there was a pushback. Initially there was an affinity and a marriage to all of these other songs. But the only way that we saw this working was to have trust in him and to kind of get rid of our old ideas and our old way of doing things and say, if this is going to work, we have to just throw ourselves off the cliff.
Fascinating.
And see what happens.
The thing that always surprises me whenever I hear about an artist writing songs in the studio is how much pressure there must be on the lyricist to come up with something in a few days that is going to last for the rest of his life. Did you feel that when you were rushing these songs, if that's how it felt?
Thank you for noticing. You know what? The pressure is kind of the best sometimes. And especially when you have Flea and Josh and Chad leaving the studio one day with something brand new and beautiful and magical and melodic and just touching, and then they send it to you and they're like, okay, write lyrics and come sing this tomorrow. Now it's on. Like, you have no choice.
Yeah.
You have to, get down inside yourself and feel what you're feeling and think what you're thinking and be what you're being and just let it flow. And by the way, sometimes you strike out miserably. I would show up and I would say, I think I've got it. And I would do it, and Brian would be like, that's not really working, but let's try this other thing.
A lot of rejection from Brian.
Yeah, Brian, come on.
But then there are the days that you show up and it just all works.
Yeah.
And then
that's the magic.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the magic of rock and roll, and that's the magic of the chemistry that your band has from all these years that have been together and the trust in one another. And it sounds like a great a marriage made in heaven with Brian. This is the voice of Anthony Kiedis here on the Kevin and Bean Show, of course, from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. We just debuted their brand new song for you. We'll be playing it again in a few minutes. It's called Dark Necessities. The album is coming out on June 17th. I just went to your website through Warner Brothers Records of the album called The Getaway, and I'm taking a look at this album cover. We got to tweet this out. This is insane what you put on the cover of this record. Can you please describe and explain it for us, Anthony?
Wait, why do you call that insane?
Well, I don't know. It's a little girl walking down the street with a bear and a raccoon. That's why.
I don't know. Normally we get a little bit more highbrow artsy, and this just felt extremely warm and human. Even though it's animals, it felt human, and it's also us. That's Chad as the bear, and Josh as the girl, and Flea as the raccoon, and me as the funny little raven out front.
What just happened?
The raccoon can play a mean bass. Tell you that.
Here's what I love about Anthony. That sentence that just came out of his mouth makes sense to this man.
Oh,
Wait, that didn't make sense to anybody else?
oh no.
No, it
it's-
does. It
Oh,
does.
no. Flea's definitely a raccoon. No, we're with you, Anthony. That sounds great. June 17th, you guys are hitting the road big time. You're playing all sorts of festivals, not just headlining Lollapalooza, but you're headlining festivals in Canada and Italy. You're going all over the world. How are you feeling? You guys excited about getting back out there?
Very excited to have a lot of new songs to play. This being our second record with Josh, it feels a lot more fulfilling, and it's always great to have a job as a musician. It's great to be in this band. We love seeing the world, but to have all of these new songs at our disposal for live shows makes it feel like, let's go. Let's go. We have a mission now.
Some bands live sort of in the studio and for the studio, and then they go out and tour, but they really want to get back into the studio. Is that the same with you, or are you the opposite?
I love the cycle.
The cycle,
really do
both.
love the cycle. It's you do this incredible thing in the studio, then you go practice and rehearse and make sure that you can play this stuff live. Then you go see the world, everywhere, from Asia to South America to Europe and Eastern Europe and hopefully the Middle East and Africa, and you give this music life to people far, far away that it means something to, and you kind of go have this communal experience together. And then when you just can't take it for another day and you're beat and you're haggard and you're tired and you want to collapse, you come home and gather some new life experience, start writing a little bit. Flea sits down at the piano and says, "Hey, I have these chords. What do you think of these chords?" And I'm like, I hear a melody in there. And then you start it all over again.
And Danger Mouse goes, nope.
Well, it's not a bad way to make a living, Anthony. 1 week from Saturday, we're going to see you guys in person again at the K-Rock Weenie Roast. You're going to help us say goodbye the last ever Weenie Roast down there at the Irvine Amphitheater. I bet you guys have played a lot of shows there throughout your career.
We have. We were talking about that at band practice yesterday. And isn't it just the last show period for Irvine Meadows?
No, they're going through the summer.
Oh, they're going
but
through
it's
the summer.
Yeah, and then it's all they're tearing it all down for folks who haven't heard to put up houses, because that's what we need. But man, we've done 23 out of the 24 Weenie Roasts have been down at that venue. So I mean, it really has been our summertime home away from home. We are so sad to lose that, especially a couple years after we lost the Gibson, where we always did the acoustic Christmas. I mean, it's just crazy to see these venues going dark.
So where will you go from here?
We're going to play
Your
the
house.
houses.
My house. That's fine.
Your house, okay.
Well, we couldn't have been more excited when we made the announcement that you guys were headlining the K-Rock Weenie Roast this year, and of course it sold out in a second with lots of money raised for lots of great charities. And yeah, I mean, there's no better band to spend a sunny summer afternoon than with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. We're so psyched to see you guys, and congratulations on the new song and the new record, Anthony. We love it.
Thanks for the support. I look forward to seeing you. Let's go Weenie Roast.
You can also download the song at thegetaway.warnerbrothersrecords.com. Brothers is spelled BROS, but you can go there right now and download the song for yourself. Thank you, Anthony.
Anthony, have a great day, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye.